and welcome to Lety Does Playing Lone Wolf, The Huntress, Book 3, Echoes of Eternity. So I filmed parts 5 and 6 of this Let's Play all in one go, and this clip that you're watching marks the beginning of part 6. If you have not seen part 5 yet, you can find the link for that in this video's PeerTube description. Let's get started. Let's see. Grace Dancer Road, Halls of Supremacy, or you can wander the city more freely. I think this might be the opportunity to maybe go to the market. So let's do wander. I don't know. Voltax streets are like a great snake, on occasion winding tightly around buildings, at others disappearing into clever tunnels like thread through a needle. Sometimes the road climbs over buildings or descends in sudden staircases down their walls so that a walking path might be the roof of someone's home or a landing on someone's balcony. Yet no matter how chaotic the streets run, there is always a deliberate beauty placed at every turn. Whether it be a fountain, a garden, or a view of the ocean that is grand as it is exhilarating. And the Vol people are part of the tableau, their presence both grandiose and sincere, like art brought to life. On a bridge spanning a chasm, a sign stating its whimsical name of Bridge O'er the Cloud Walk, you find a beautiful young boy playing a stringed instrument with his feet dangling over the edge, the wind blowing his dark hair about his face. His voice sends a song out to join the keening of the seagulls. Then you realize it is not seagulls keening. Somewhere up ahead, a woman is crying for help. Do you wish to stop and listen to his song? Turn to 5, or do you wish to follow the cries for help? Turn to 196. This is a trap! What? Why would I stop to listen to his song? That seems so suspicious. Because it's so suspicious, I feel like I should, but maybe I will find someone else who is stuck in the time loop if I go to see who is asking for help. So surely that will be the answer, right? Let's follow cries. I just wanted to buy stuff. I didn't think there would be this. Six. Crossing the bridge takes you into a neighborhood where the buildings are thin but tall. 3 or more stories. Living on a mountainside, the Vol must be accustomed to heights, for you see many who sit on the edge of their windowsills dangling above the high drop. One man has even strung a hammock outside of his 5th floor window and calmly reclines there, taking a mid-morning nap while the breeze rocks him back and forth, completely ignoring a wailing cry drifting out from the 4-story home across from him. It is the cry of a woman, the same one you heard from the bridge, her voice full of pain. The door to the home, like many in Voltac, is little more than a secured curtain. If you have the knowledge, a bloody scene, turn to 31. Otherwise, do you wish to run inside and investigate this cry? Turn to 121. Or do you wish not to get involved and continue on your way? Turn to 146. The fuck you mean? a bloody scene. No, I don't have knowledge of that. Well, I guess I will run inside and investigate. I'm already here. If I die, I die, I guess. But they said to be careful of the whisperers and I forgot what else Tavosh said. This doesn't seem like it, right? Oh well. The cries are like nothing you have ever heard, as if the woman making them is one of the fabled Telchoi warriors channeling her energy into sonic attacks. You follow the scream upstairs to a brief hallway, hand at your weapon's hilt. When you push aside the final curtain, however, it is to find a disheveled woman lying in bed, a man at her side mopping her forehead with a damp cloth, and a midwife kneeling with her back to you at the foot of the bed, pulling a wailing newborn from between her legs. Add knowledge of a bloody scene to your action chart. Embarrassment turns you red from collar to cheek as you try to stammer an apology, but the midwife, her black hair rolling down her back, reacts so sincerely to your sudden presence, that you might think it was normal for a blade-wielding stranger to burst in at the scene of a childbirth. Without turning, she calmly asks for you to get her tools from a nearby bag so she can cut the umbilical cord. Feeling like an idiot, you obey, going to the black bag and pulling out a short, sharp knife and several rags. The midwife cuts the cord with as deft a stroke and steady a hand as you have ever seen. She then hands the squawking infant to the mother, now sobbing in happiness, telling her it's a beautiful boy. Please, the mother begs, give him his medicine so he can hear her voice too. At that, the woman turns, and the icy grip of fear closes on you. It is the medicine woman from the halls of supremacy. She is still wearing the white gloves, though now they are bright pink with blood. She smiles sincerely at you, her once revealed golden eye never blinking. Yes, she says, we must all take our medicine. If you are afflicted with the kunai parasite, turn to 127. Otherwise, you flee the home, turn to 190. Fuck! I'm trying to be nice. Not again. I can't do anything in this goddamn place without being murdered. There is no limit to how many exes you can have. Oh no. You want to flee, but your body is not reacting to your desires. It is bowing, instead, to the will of the parasite within you. Stirring from slumber, it stretches out its influence through you, demanding food, demanding its twin fathers, demanding worship of its deceased lords, the kunai. You fight back and eventually force the thing back to sleep, but you know you will have to keep spending a portion of your will to do this. You do not have much time left. Under your other parasite penalty, add on the first round of every combat, pick 2 random numbers and use the lower of your result. The white-gloved midwife and the happy couple watch you silently. Only the newborn is crying, completely ignored for the moment by its mother while they watch your drama unfold. You have a different kind of disease, the midwife says. Similar enough to the plague, though, that our medicine will still work on it. Please, won't you let me help you? If you agree to be helped, turn to 153. If you flee the home, turn to 190. Once again, I have been punished for trying to be a good person. And now, I have to, at the first round of combat, pick 2 random numbers and use the lower of the results. So, I actually don't have the previous punishment because I had Varisia's charms. Fist. Great. That's really upsetting. Okay, now, the lady's like, won't you let me help you? But in the previous thing, when I was trying to save the girl, I've already had the medicine. And all it did was kill me. So it doesn't work on me. No. I'm good. I feel like this circumstance is like, if I never saw that other thing, if I never previously had it. Oh wait, I forgot to write a bloody scene. And no medicine. Now it says if you flee the home. It doesn't say if I try to flee the home. So that's reassuring at least, right? Or should I do the medicine? No, stop. You already tried that once. Stop it. Shut up. Why would you do the exact same thing again? You think you will find safety once you can outrun your pursuers, but this notion is quickly defeated. Every time you pass someone, they stop. No matter what they are doing, whether walking, working, or simply sitting, they turn to silently face you. You pass a mother breastfeeding a baby, and even the baby releases the nipple to stare at you, milk drooling from the corner of his lips. It is as though everyone in Voltac makes up the eyes of a hidden presence, one which will seek you out no matter where you go. Pick a number from the random number table. If you have been here before, subtract 4. If you have the art of thieves' touch, add 1. If your total is 3 or less, turn to 57. If it is 4 or higher, turn to 234. I want low numbers? Have I been to 57 before? No, I haven't. No, no, I haven't been to either of these before. Do I want low numbers? What is the point? Okay, rolling. It's a 5. I hope this is a good thing. I don't know. I'm nervous. Running is pointless. The people are able to mark you no matter how far you run, so you turn to hiding instead. You veer off of the main street towards a high viewpoint that overlooks the beach. Nothing is here except for a large triangular sculpture made of marble, set tastefully in the middle of a circular pool of water. You duck behind it, the water soaking into your breeches, and peer around its edge. No one follows you. After a few minutes, you feel you can relax, though you decide it is too dangerous to keep searching the city today. If you do not have knowledge of the little thief, turn to 88. If you do, then you raise your foot and make your way as quickly as you can back to the forge. Turn to 19. I don't, right? I never got that one. I feel like this is the second time it's asked me. No, I don't. Isn't Tavosh the little thief? I guess he's not the little thief. Okay. No knowledge. I didn't know that was a bad thing to not have the knowledge of that. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it now. Nope, nope. Or have I? No. I am double checking. Sorry. I thought it was Tavosh. Maybe it's not. Well, and I don't know who this is. You notice that the marble slab is covered in names, 50 at least. A plaque set in the bottom of the pool dedicates this to be declares this to be dedicated to the loved ones lost to the Great Plague. You stay a moment longer, running your fingers over the tiny etchings and silently thank them for shielding you. Because you stay, you catch sight of the 1-foot-tall robed creature running across the empty street, a bulging sack set upon its back, a rat's tail whipping out behind the robes. It is furry. Unshod feet catch in the hem of its robe, and it is sent spiraling into the middle of the road. The bag opens, and out spills a number of silver and golden goods along a half-eaten apple and a fresh loaf of bread. It makes a growling sound deep in its throat and starts stuffing the items back in the bag. Then it lifts its head and catches sight of you. It snarls a curse in rough bacaros and is off, squeezing itself in its bag through a crack in the wall, leaving behind a single purple diamond, big as your palm. You may keep the diamond if you wish. It is a backpack item. Add knowledge of the little thief to your action chart. There is no time to investigate now. You raise your hood and make your way as quickly as you can back to the forge. Turn to 19. Woo! A diamond! Why wouldn't I want to keep the diamond? Is it suspicious? Plus the little thief. Plus diamond. Let's see. I need to fix all this. Little thief, and the diamond is a backpack item. And my backpack is full. Do I want to keep a child's toy? A compass? Maybe I can get rid of the compass. It seems like I'm just going to be in the city now. I want the diamond. I do have a lot of money though, so do I even need the diamond? Maybe someone will be like, you stole it! What use will a child's toy be anyway? Right? Is there any reason to have the child's toy? Even the babies here are brainwashed. They're all brainwashed. Why would they need a toy? I already got rid of my crowbar. Am I seriously gonna get rid of my compass? I guess so, right? Yeah, fuck it. Let's hold on to the child's toy just in case, for some strange reason, it's important. Maybe someone else will have a compass anyway, so maybe I can just buy a compass off of someone, but I want the diamond. You awful person. The evening in the forge, you share a simple meal of rice and pickled fish and vegetables with Tavosh while you recount everything you did that day. You may turn the conversation to either of the following. If you focus on the forge and want to know more about how it works, turn to 243. If you prefer to ask Tavosh about the followers of Ventheseus, turn to 166. If you have knowledge of the little thief and wish to ask Tavosh about what you saw, turn to 193. Or you can cut conversation short in favor of resting. Restore 4 endurance, and in the morning you head out into the city. You can take Grace Dancer Road towards the Halls of Supremacy, or turn to 46, or you can wander the city heading towards the beach, turn to 94. What? Okay, so this is like my, reset point. We just keep meeting back at the forge. Obviously, the followers of Ventheseus, I mean, I don't think Tavosh knows all that much about it. I feel like he's already told me a lot. And he already told me a lot about the forge, I feel. So I just... Okay, I don't need to heal. So, yeah. Let's go to 193 to ask about the little thief. I might as well know. Tavosh has been here a lot longer than me, so they probably know. Right? Wait, I just processed what it said. 1 foot tall? Rat's tail. Rats! Noodnic? Rats! And just what are you implying, Tavosh asks, when you tell him you had witnessed a small thief running around the city? Oh, you say quickly. Nothing against you or any kin you may have here. Anyway, it was much smaller than you. Tavosh says, tapping his fingers against each other in a distracted way. I can't say that I've come across any miniature thieves in my time on Voltac, but that isn't to say things haven't gone missing from time to time. Not since making the forge my home. This place is closed up as tight as a merchant's purse. But when I first got to the island and used to sleep out under the stars, I often had the impression that I was being watched. There are more things here than you, me, and the bowl. This island is ancient, and I'm fairly certain that it was part of the main continent until, 8,000 years or so before the creation of the Moonstone. Then all sorts of seismic activity changed the very surface of the world. That's how the Centaurians were made in the first place. Anything leaving deep underground when that happened might still be here, you see? Sent off into the sea like stowaways on a ship. That might account for your little thief. Only way to find out for sure would be to catch 'em. Might want to check out Grace Dancer Road. That's the fancier part of town. Jewels and gems and whatnot. More than enough to entice a thief. The rest of the evening passes in peace, and in the morning you can head out into the city. You could take Grace Dancer Road towards the Halls of Supremacy, turn to 48, or you can wander freely, making your way down towards the beach, turn to 94. Okay, I don't know if me repeating all that stuff with the babies will give me a different outcome. I feel like no. Oh wait, there was an option of if you have knowledge of the little thief, right? Maybe that would just lead with me trying to hunt them down. Because, like, if I know about it, maybe I can run after them. I don't think I'll catch them, though. They're apparently very small, and they get into little cracks in the walls. Sure, let's take Grace Dancer Road. What's the worst that can happen? I've done this before, but that was with Ravon. This is different now, right? Right. Okay. Grace Dancer Road hugs a stone railing. You draw close and lean over, estimating a 3,000-foot drop to the ocean. A cool breeze flows up, making the otherwise hot day pleasant. A gated archway behind you, at the very top of a hill, overlooks a busy street filled with carts loaded with goods like an open market. The flowery name you remember from your first time in the city, Destiny's Boulevard. If you wish to explore Destiny's Boulevard, turn to 3. If you continue along Grace Dancer Road, turn to 137. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I don't need Destiny's Boulevard yet. It's just every time that I think I'm going to go to the market, I end up with crazy people. So let's just continue along Grace Dancer Road. That's what I'm here for. Maybe they're nice. And I need to try finding these people as quickly as possible. Grace Dancer Road snakes upwards through the city, hugging the curve of its southern crescent. Past a corridor of two-story homes, it ends at a magnificent bluff which juts out from the side of the mountain. From this vantage point, you can see nearly all of Voltec spread out beneath you. The city streets like a complicated knot. You trace the paths, untangling them with your eyes, feeling all the while memories pushing close to the surface of your mind. Do you know this view? This smell of sea salt in the air? Close by is a staircase that descends the bluff so steeply that even looking at it makes your stomach swim. It leads to a pathway that disappears underneath the bluff. If you do not wish to take the stairs, there is a sign which points the way to Meditation Plaza and the Halls of Supremacy. Or you can try to find your way down to the beach. Do you wish to continue towards Meditation Plaza? Turn to 120. If you would prefer to head to the beach, turn to 146. Or do you dare to try the stairs? Turn to 205. I'm going to go up the stairs. That's what I'm here for. I can't just turn back now. Come on. Stairs. I love how it says, or do you dare to try the stairs? It knows how unfit I am. Stairs are the worst. The steps are so steep that you can reach up and touch the ones behind you without bending, more like a ladder than a staircase. They are so narrow that you have to plant your feet sideways as you descend or risk tumbling off. There is no railing, and your legs are shaky and your palms are sweaty by the time you reach the bottom and see where the path leads. Underneath the bluff, the mountainside has been carved into a line of pillars, each one 40 feet high. In between each has been carved a gold bas-relief. It is a story mural depicting intricate scenes that must tell the story of Venthyseus and his people, for it features the bearded magi in every panel. You walk the length of the mural, each step carrying you through decades of history. It starts with Venthyseus finding nomads in the Dasayan jungle and giving them the gifts of beauty and happiness. Then a woman appears, the only time you have ever seen someone depicted as Venthyseus' equal. Her features give you pause, for she looks much like the white-gloved woman who appeared in the plaza holding the egg. She is depicted twice, one clasping Venthyseus' hands, gazing up at him longingly, and once laying upon a stone plinth, with Venthyseus kneeling by it, tears falling from his starry eyes. Next, you walk through scenes of Venthyseus receiving visions of the plague, of manning a sky ship to lead a golden armada across the Gulf of Tentarium, of arriving in Voltec. The final panel you pause in front of, staring for a long time. The image on it, graphic and disturbing. It shows the bodies of dead people piled high and burning while Venthyseus kneels in front of the mountain. A great crack has appeared in the mountain, and from it many hands emerge, each bearing an oval egg-like shape. Each of the eggs is represented by an extravagant and unusual violet-hued diamond. When the sun crosses to this side of the mountain in the late afternoon, it must catch these diamonds and reflect a wondrous prism across the yellow stone path. Do you have knowledge of the little thief? If so, turn to 9. If not, you head back up the stairs and towards Meditation Plaza, turn to 120. Okay, I do have knowledge of the little thief, but I will need to do this the next time. But the next time that we will get back to this is going to be a hot minute, because I'm actually going to be pausing Echoes of Eternity in order to show off a new adventure in Magnemund, Lone Wolf, the Fortress of Death. So I hope you guys can see that. But yeah, I will be doing this next, and then after that I will be circling back to this so that we can find out if I'm in the right place and where the heck I'm going. But that is all I got for you for now. So get out there, do all the stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!